What's up everyone, Bradley Jack Design here, and I'm going to show you a quick way to whiten teeth. I asked a couple months ago what everyone's preferred method was to whiten teeth, so I'm going to try some of them, but I'm also going to try and show you the way I use to whiten teeth in any image. So here I've got this nice image I found on Unsplash, and I've already went and basically highlighted around the teeth because we're going to use a lot of layer masks or adjustment layers, and we're going to mask it to this area of the teeth. So I'm gonna look here on Twitter and see a couple things on here. So some people use a mix of curves and hue and saturation to whiten the teeth. So I'm gonna zoom in here and I'm going to make a curves layer, and actually let me highlight this. So I got a quick curves layer here. So if you're familiar with curves, you can adjust the lightness and darkness of items. Like that's awful. So I can brighten her teeth like this. That's pretty nice to brighten them up. And then I can use a hue and saturation layer. Now I don't know which way they use it. Now if you use a regular hue and saturation layer, let me replace this layer mask. You can see that that's whitening the teeth pretty good, but you can see it's also getting around random areas. You can see if I turn these off, actually you can see in the original image where some stuff was already done here, but you can see that it's getting in the gums. It looks a little odd. This is maybe a little too white for me. I do like the curves idea of brightening up, that looks good. And then a hue and saturation layer. I'm going to show you a different way to do it with that. So that's one way of whitening some teeth, is using a curves layer. Someone said that they use curves and then the blue filter. So let me keep this curves layer in here. I'm going to go to adjustment, photo filter, and then there's a blue filter in here. So if I mask that to blue, that does something, but you can see they're very magenta-y. Let me click some stuff around. If we change the density, maybe we just have it a little bit. Maybe we change this to cyan instead, but you can see it's still doing the cyan there. So I'm going to show you my method of doing it. So what I like to do is I make a hue and saturation layer like someone else suggested. So let me mask this to the teeth. I like to go into the yellows because we only want to fix the yellows, because most of the time people's teeth are going to be yellow. So what I'll do with the yellows is we have it masked to the teeth area. I'll go ahead and use the eyedrop here and click some parts of the teeth, just click around, and then I'll hold the minus key to get rid of some of the gums. And you can even take this over here. So this is showing what it's affecting. So it's mainly affecting what's inside here, and it's blending out to these. So I really want to pull these reds over and pull these oranges over a little bit. Now I haven't done anything. So you see I turn on and off the hue and saturation layer. Nothing happens. So what I like to do is I take the saturation and decrease it, and I take the lightness and increase it. So you can see now, if I turn that off and on, you can see how nice that looks. So if we zoom out, turn that off and on, and then you can go in and you can fine tune these. So if you think that it's too white or too bright, we can easily set it all the way down, 0 saturation, 100% brightness, and she's got the brightest teeth in the world. But that usually doesn't look good. So I'll do it about halfway or play around with it. But that's my method of how I like to whiten teeth. So use the hue and saturation layer, selecting just the yellows, then use the eyedropper to get the exact color that's in the teeth. And then you can use the subtraction eyedropper to get rid of some of these spots around the teeth. Because when you're clicking in here, I have it masked to the teeth though. So if we disable this layer mask, this is what it's doing. So if you didn't have it masked, it would be affecting her skin and it would look terrible. So that's why we go in with the minus and subtract the gum area, but then we also mask it to the teeth. So that's my preferred method on how I like to whiten teeth. So hopefully you guys learned something from this. I might go in and start using a little bit of a curves to brighten the teeth up a little bit more, just to see, depending on what the final project is. But that's a quick way that you can whiten teeth. If you have any suggestions for other short little tutorials like this you want to see, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Other than that, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks.